thank you guys for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Sydney. I'll be going through your tasting with you today. What you have in front of you is our core 4. These are the 4 we're always going to have.
Okay.
Basically. All of these are going to be aged 4.5 years. All of our distilling happens out in western Kentucky, near Owensboro, Beaver Dam kind of area.
Okay.
It's about 2.5, 3 hours from here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Green River distilling for you?
It's near Green River.
Okay.
So our master distiller is Jacob Call, who used to be Green River's master distiller.
Okay, cool.
He kind of left and started his own thing, and then he makes our stuff.
Awesome.
So.
Cool.
And I've had some of the, I think William Tarr is yours as well. I've had some of theirs, got some of theirs.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the finish, so we'll see.
Yeah. Well, we did start with the William Tarrs. Those were sourced, so we were kind of aging and making our core 4. We sold out of all those in December, I believe. Mm-hmm. We're not making that anymore since we have all this stuff.
Right.
But we started with that William Tarr name because William Tarr had the first registered distillery in the central Kentucky, Lexington kind of area. His distillery and rickhouse and everything was at the end of the street. It's called the Manchester Music Hall now.
Okay.
And they say they still have like a wall from his rickhouse in there, which is kind of cool.
That's cool.
But that's kind of when we started sourcing with the Tarr name, and then we named our brand Registered Distillery 1 to kind of keep his history alive.
Right.
But yeah, we'll jump into our stuff again. So the first one we're going to start with is the Kentucky Straight. This one's going to be the base for the other 3. All we do is drop wood pieces down in our first barrel to get each of your finishes. So it's going to stay in the same American white oak barrel the entire time for all 4. And with that, they all have the same mash bill. 70% corn, 21% rye, 9% malted barley. And this first one's proofed at 98. That's our lowest proof. And we're just going to bump that on there as we go down.
Really nice nose.
Does have a good sweet nose to it.
And with our tasting, we have a little pairing set out for each. So you have a dried cherry, some dark chocolate, some honey, and a pecan. If y'all want to use those, I suggest doing a bite sip to get that initial flavor. And then the pairing kind of enhances everything. And it'll kind of help bring out the different pictures they have under each of them.
Well, sweetness with a bit of anise for me.
Getting some oak. There's a nice bit of spice.
Yeah, I'm not getting any spice. I'm getting all sweet.
Really?
And
take your bite of that.
And a little bit of anise.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of spice from the rye in our mash bill. And then I will say all the finishes kind of smooth out that rye after that. And then I get more of like a cinnamon kind of taste, especially after the cherry with this one. I get more of that cinnamon.
Getting a little cinnamon nutmeg mixed in there.
That totally changes that. Definitely. Yeah, and after the cherry, some people either get, like I was saying, the cinnamon taste, or some other people get like a citrusy flavor. So I kind of hear half and half with all my tastings.
I get a bit more of the spice that time after the cherry.
Yeah, after 4.5 years, we decided to either bottle for this blue label or add some wood to change it up a little bit. So our first finish is French oak. If you've ever had Maker's 46, it's going to be a similar taste to that. So kind of that smoky, sweeter flavor to it. Our process for this, we take French oak wood chips, we cut them into little squares, we char them for about 10 or 12 seconds, put them on this wire line, drop this whole line down the barrel, and then cap it with a bun.
Can I get a video of that?
Yeah, definitely. If you want me to hold it, or
yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's perfect. Thank you. I've heard that called a necklace before. Is that a common nomenclature? Or is that sort of a
some people do
slang term?
Necklaces. We don't really have like an official name for it that I know of.
We should try necklace, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
A necklace to go along with the Kentucky hug.
Yeah. Yeah, we drop these in the barrel, leave it for 8 to 20 weeks. And once we get it to the kind of taste we want, we'll just pull this entire line out. Once we use it once, we don't use it again, so it isn't one and done situation. And this next one's proofed at 101, so we did bump it up just a little bit. For me, this finish kind of smooths out any spiciness you get from the line.
Did you get the French?
Yeah.
But there's an underlying level of spice and sweetness in there.
And with these wood chips, we usually sell them in here after. I think we have a few ones in here.
I saw one in somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where it was, but I did see one.
Yeah, and I've had people smoke meats with them. I've had people smoke cocktails with them.
Yeah, the oak comes in.
I've had people decorate their
Just not getting much on the back of the palate. I don't know about you.
I did on the first one. This one's a little empty on the back there.
I put it on the coffee table.
And then we pair this with the chocolate. Some people smell chocolate on the nose. After the chocolate, it kind of takes some more heat away from me. And then some people pull more of a caramely flavor, and then some other people pull more of a cherry note that you might already pick up on.
Megan, I was trying to save half this for you, but
You're good. That was chocolate.
You can pass mine down.
that was Josh's.
Yeah.
That's really good with the chocolate.
Chocolate helps with a lot of bourbons. Well, dark
Helps
chocolate.
a
Dark
little
chocolate.
bit with everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. These first two you
Okay.
just tried are your more traditional kind of flavors of bourbon. These next two are going to be a bit more unique. We call them our dessert bourbons, so they're more on the sweeter side of things. This third one you have is the Amburana. The Amburana is a Brazilian wood. We're one of the 10 distilleries using this wood and one of the first 6 that kind of started using it, so it is pretty unique. We take rods of it like this. We drill the
Okay.
holes through it. It's called the honeycomb method. Put about 6 of these on a line, drop it down in the barrel the same way as the French oak.
Do you mind if I showed that?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank
And
you.
then I'll let you all smell these pieces because they still have some left to them. And it's definitely that kind of cinnamon and baking spices smell.
Yeah, baking spice really.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. That smells good.
It smells like allspice.
And these have been in here for a while, so I've got a fresh piece. I can hold it over here. And you can
Right, you smell it then.
Yeah, this is our first Amburana finish. We've heard good and bad, so I'm excited for this.
And
That's
this
got
is
a
gonna be our
fantastic
highest proof
nose.
at 110.
It definitely comes in there. I'm not a big finish person, so
Yeah, he's old school. I'm a little more new school.
Okay.
We have a YouTube channel, so we're bringing the old and the new together.
What's the YouTube channel?
It's called Bourbon
Bourbon
Theory.
Theory.
Bourbon Theory?
We're super new, but everybody's got to start
Yeah,
somewhere.
I'll have to look it up.
Thank you.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
They're a little biased.
So then take a bite of the honey and then
And then do it again, yeah. And for me, the honey kind of makes it a little bit spicier after.
It's kind of spicy.
pretty spicy as it is.
Yeah, with the amber on it, it's really hard to work with. So if you leave it in the barrel too long, it's kind of too overpowering with the cinnamon taste. If you don't leave it in long enough, you kind of can't taste it. So we have tasters going around every week deciding when to pull all of our finishes. That's kind of how we get the sweet spot with the amber on it. But for all of our finishes, they're going to stay between an 8 to 20 week range.
Let me guess. You don't like it.
Not for
Yeah.
me.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I will say people either really like it or they really hate it. So
Yeah,
totally
I'm
fair.
on the I don't know, hate. Hate's a strong word. But
Yeah.
I liked it.
I like it.
I liked it. It brought the spice down. It mellowed it out.
Yeah.
A lot of people say they get like a cinnamon toast crunch or like an
Yes.
apple cinnamon kind
Yeah.
of taste with it.
Like Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
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 that
We're on the
was-
same wavelength there.
Yeah.
That's
what's-
nice.
What's the one that's like puffy and it's all carameled on the outside and it has the? Is it That's what that made me think of. I'll think of the cereal.
Oh, like the pop? Is it called pops?
Yes.
Or,
What
yeah.
is that?
Sugar Pops.
Yeah.
Super
That's
Sugar
it.
Pops.
Yeah.
That's what that made me think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Puffs.
it
Super
sounds
sugar
like.
puffs. Puffs. Something like
That's
and
really
this
good.
one, we have a apple cider drink with this one. You get that apple cinnamon even more. So this
I think
one's
you
really
guys
good.
should get one of those.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That way I can have a sip of it.
And we do a pumpkin.
And we can
pie
keep them
version
quiet
of
in the
this
truck.
one.
Cut that part. Al,
No,
cut
we're
that
leaving
part.
So
that.
yeah, it's good neat, but it's also good cocktail wise too. So you kind of go either way.
Well, this is where we disagree. I really like that. I really like that.
I
Well,
didn't
you
like the first
pick
sip,
up a
but
bottle.
after the-
Yeah, I will be buying a bottle of that for sure.
Yeah, and I will say the Amber is 75%.
Wow,
of
this
our
is-
sales, so it is our most popular
Yeah.
out of the
Oh, he's already on the list.
This is.
Well,
this is
I love
just
the
nosed
first,
it. I just
love
nosed
the
it. So
your base, and I really
Oh my
like
gosh, that smells
that.
good.
That
it's a
Amber
maple
is
nut
good.
goodie. It's a Brock's maple nut goodie.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I booked this one because I knew you guys would really like it.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, this last one you have is maple. When you smell it, it
Wow.
smells just like maple syrup.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one
Yeah.
has the strongest nose out of the 4, I think. It's the taste isn't as strong as the smell, so not all in your face sweetness, but definitely that strong maple flavor. Our process for this one, we take those French oak wood chips, we take raw maple syrup, let it harden on those pieces, drop it down in the barrel the same way as all the others. And this
Okay.
one's going to be proofed at 99.9.
You can totally taste it.
That's really interesting because a lot of people just buy like old barrel aged
Yeah.
maple syrup,
Like a caramel.
buy that barrel, and then put it in there. So that's
And this finish is really unique to us because we patented this method of doing the maple syrup on the pieces.
That's cool. Yeah, it's a cool flavor.
This really lingers on your tongue, but that after
And then we pair this one with pecan. Some people say it tastes like pecan pie in a bottle. So it holds more of that pecan flavor. And then after pecan, some people even pick up on more of like a peppery note.
The pepper comes through for me.
Yeah.
That would be good. And
This
one
one's
I
not
always
for me
use
that
Old
much.
Fashions, 'cause it's pretty sweet already,
Oh,
so
that
you don't
would-
get too much sugar or
yeah.
simple syrup.
As an old fashioned.
That would make
Yeah.
a really good old fashioned.
And then I also do it for my cocktail ladies. I do a bourbon espresso with this one, which is really good.
Yeah, you'd
It's
like
up
that.
her alley.
Now you are in your alley.
Those are good.
I was going to pass my chocolate on down, but I'm not now.
No. What are these bottles you have sitting down here on the
Yeah,
end?
so these are some add-ons that we can add on to the tasting. So we have 2 private selects, which I can move them down here if it's easier.
Yeah,
for you.
that's great.
So these 2 private selects are from the Bardstown Bourbon Festival. Limited release, they're single barrels. It's an applewood finish and a ruby port finish. So same thing, it'll serve as our base, just some different finishes. Both at 115 proof. We kind of got all that was left from the festival to sell in here. So we have those 2, and then down here, we just got in this month a 10-year Amburano release. That one we made 900 cases of it, and once that's gone, we don't have any more. The white labels are $5 a piece to add on, and then the 10 years is $10. Tasting.
Okay. Well, it's on me, guys, if you want them.
Not for me.
You want to do it?
Yeah. We'll do it.
Those 2.
Let's see. And then I do have 2 more to try that are included with the tasting as well.
Okay.
So do you want to do those first?
Let's
and
do
then
those
come
2
back to
first,
these?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the 2 that are with the tasting are 2 experimental barrels. They're just for the gift shop. We don't bottle them and sell them out like the core 4. We offer a bottle your own experience, but that's kind of the only way to take it home with you if you do really like it. It's going to be a smoked maple finish and a balsamo finish. Balsamo is another South American Brazilian wood in the same family as the Amburana. Very different taste, not the cinnamon. It's more of like a fruity taste to it.
Okay.
And you all get to thieve straight out of the barrel and try these 2. So if we want to go back by the trophy case, we can go do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far?
I mean, okay, but just not for me.
Yeah, not for you. I
Yeah.
like them. I like most of those are good. The French oak, not so much.
Yeah.
In
I
my
like the
palate.
nose on the maple. The flavor wasn't really for me.
Yeah.
So both of these we do the same way as the core 4, just drop the 4 pieces down in the barrel. This first one over here is the smoked maple at 123.6 proof. The way we
5
do
year.
this one is the same way as the maple in the bottle. You just take that whole line, throw it on a smoker, then dropped it down in here. And then this one's the balsamo, that's South American wood, and it's going to be at 124.9.
That smells great.
Trying not to be wasteful.
You're doing a good job.
Well, you don't want to waste bourbon in any form.
Yeah, you're a lot better than most. I've heard people spill it down both sides.
Oh, I
and
bet.
everything, So.
Well, you do the same thing with a garden hose.
Yeah.
It smells really good.
You want to hop over here?
Okay.
That's really nice nose.
It does have a good nose.
That's a really nice nose.
The maple is not as
let's try
not as
this.
strong. Yeah, the maple's not quite as
If you guys
strong.
want to add water to it, we have a little water dropper too. If you want to dilute it down just a little.
We like high proof.
Yeah. I just like to offer it just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, they might want some.
Ooh. Oh my word. Oh my goodness.
The smoke comes through big time.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? If only it's, what is this?
123.6.
I don't believe it.
Not for me, but I like this one actually a bit better than everything. Then again, I like smoking. I do a lot of
Cigars.
smoking and cigars and meats and
If there's anybody
different
that
things.
doesn't like
Yeah.
smoked meat, they will not like this.
Yeah.
A little bit of a peaty Scotch
But-
feel to it,
yeah.
but a nice sweetness on the back
It's like
end that
a-
you don't get from
There's a
that.
sweetness on the back.
It's like an Islay Scotch a bit. with
But
that
much
smokiness.
sweeter on the finish.
Yeah.
Which you don't get on those.
And it doesn't really drink at the proof for me.
Yeah, this is maybe 110-ish.
That's where it comes through for me.
We drink high proof. Like if we had the choice, everything would be 140 or plus.
Yeah, it might be a little high.
And with both of these experimental barrels, we try to switch them out every few months. So if you ever come back, we'll have some different ones out here. If everyone really seems to like one of them, we might add them onto the core 4 lineup. But for right now, it's just for the tastings, everyone getting opinions on them, and then following your own situation. And right now, we're working on about 20 different wood finishes. So we just got on our research master distiller. He's a professor at UK in the distilling program here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's they call him Dr. Wood, so his whole profession is in different wood finishes and stuff. So he does all of our finishings, and he's been working on these experimental ones and stuff like that.
Oh, that one really comes through on the.
Yeah. I don't usually get much of the Kentucky hug, but I get that right down. Yeah. It's nice.
It is, yeah.
Usually I get that in my head. I don't get that so much on here. Oh, my turn?
Your turn.
All right, I've never done this. This is probably going to be messy.
You're blocking with your hand. Go light on mine. I'm driving.
And don't do one for me. I'm in the garage. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, you already got one.
That was yours.
That's mine? All right. That's got a nice nose, too.
More muted than the other. What's this one?
I already forgot.
Balsamo.
So another.
I want to say
Amberana
balsamic.
style.
Yeah. And I'll show you all the wood pieces for this one.
Sure.
This one's been unique as well. We take pieces out like this in little squares. We wrap them in cheesecloth and then drop them down in the barrel. And then same process, we'll taste it until we get to the taste of like we just pull that whole wine out.
Gotcha.
But yeah, a little different method than the kind of other ones. But
How long are the necklaces and the barrels
yeah,
typically?
So for our core 4, they're 8 to 20 weeks.
Okay.
That's kind of the time frame they've given us. Where they do taste them every week, every barrel's a little different. Based on taste of
Yeah.
with these two, though, I believe they were only just a few weeks.
Okay. All right. Well, you sipped. I haven't yet. What are your opinions?
Okay. Out of everything we've tasted, I like this one best. Other than the regular bourbon. I don't know what it is in it, though. It's almost got a floral note. It comes through for
You're
me.
right. Juniper?
I don't think it's juniper.
It's pretty strong.
It is like an evergreen thing, but
Yeah.
it's it definitely drinks at its proof. 124.9. It definitely drinks at that. So, not something I'd go back to. For me, that's me. So, you're going to be more into these than I am.
I like the Amberana quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. Well,
So
one of these days, son, you'll have some taste.
the Amberana one's nice. The Balsamo, it's not quite as good as the Amberana.
And for
It's
me,
got
the
a little-
balsamo was a
little-
bit better.
Yeah, it's got a little herbal. What's the high proof probably for you?
It probably is. It's this one kind of drinks more like a regular bourbon to me, at a high proof.
Yeah.
So
Are you having
it's
fun?
that purist. Oh yeah, absolutely.
You like it?
I always have fun with you.
Great stuff.
And then
Yeah.
while we're by the trophy case, I'll tell you all a little bit more about the William Tars.
Mhm.
So these are the William Tars that we sourced and everything that I was talking about earlier. These two on the left are his actual old bottles.
Okay.
We kind of mimicked our shaped after his flash shaped bottle.
Mhm.
And since he had the Ashland distillery, we have an ash tree at the top of all of our bottles.
Oh, cool.
And since we're both really strong Lexington brands, we engraved a fence at the bottom for the horse parks in Lexington.
Mhm.
So there's some
Oh,
cool
the
things
fence bottle.
on
I got the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I didn't get it before. Now I see it. Yes.
Yep, so cool things on the bottle that also relate back to Tar other than the name, registered distillery.
So this is the one we saw at the Starry in
Stars
London.
Liquor.
Stars
The
Liquor.
citrus bowl one? Or
Yes.
Just the,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they actually had
That
about
one's
6 of them,
particular.
about
Okay.
$61. We weren't sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the Inheritance. I actually own that one. He hasn't tried it yet.
I've not tried that one yet. No.
Yeah, and with the Citrus Bowl, I believe the proof on it was the game score combined.
Oh,
was the proof on it.
That's cool.
And our majority owners are Mark Stoops, the UK
Yeah,
football
103.
player, so that's also why we did
That's
the
what he was
Yeah.
telling us.
the Citrus Bowl, and then we got him and his two brothers to sign the football down there at the bottom too.
Awesome.
And then last thing I have is this picture against the wall. This is going to be our new location. We're hoping February or March of next year that'll be open. And once that's open, we'll have the full tour, tasting room, event space, we'll have a restaurant. Just the street over, like 3 minutes from here, off Leestown Road. So we're super excited for that to get open. And once that's open, we'll move from this location all over there.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll pull enough from Western Kentucky to do the full tour and everything, but our main production will still all happen out in Western Kentucky.
Cool.
And there's nothing wrong with Western Kentucky.
Overall, your opinions,
Overall, the basic bourbon. Imagine that with me, right?
pretty good.
And then the balsamo.
Yeah.
So those are my two.
Yeah. I'm with the basic and the amber on it. To be honest. I like those. I didn't expect to like the amber on it based on everything I'd heard. But,
And I didn't expect to like it based on everything I've heard, and I didn't. So it's just me.
Hey,
So
there are
yeah.
differences.
I just don't like really sweet dessert bourbons. I don't like that. It's just not my
There's
wheelhouse.
something wrong with everybody. So,
Well, again, when you have taste, you can let us know.
hey, you've said multiple times in our videos that my taste is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I was wrong.
Yeah, and if you all did really like one of these and you wanted to take it home with you, we offer a bottle your own experience for $45. It's
Okay.
your own 200 milliliter bottle, make your own little label on here, and have it say kind of whatever you want.
Okay.
That's kind of
That's
the
cool.
only way to get our experimental one since we don't bottle them and sell them out anywhere else.
Gotcha.
So not everybody's gonna have that.
Yeah.
Nope.
So this first one's going to be an applewood finish at 115.
You don't want to? Okay. That's almost got a
My first time on a
mapley
bar stool.
time to it. Dad, you want to give it a whiff? Give her a whiff. It's got a mapley.
Bit, but it's pretty muted. Which one is this? The
This is
apple?
the apple wood finish. We're at 115.68 proof on that one.
It doesn't nose at that.
Yeah, it does not. It does not give the ethanol-y tone that a lot of those
Apple,
varieties do.
and the apple is pretty muted.
Yeah,
me.
I'm getting a lot of maple off of that.
I'm not getting a whole lot off of it.
This next one
Oh, that's really good.
is going to be the Ruby Port at 115.
Thank you. Great soundtrack, by the way.
Thank you. I think it's the Chris Stapleton radio on Spotify.
That's very smooth.
Yeah.
That does not drink like almost 116 proof.
No,
That's-
it doesn't nose at it either.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't even
really
come close.
smooth. It's a little mapley, which is a little odd.
I got more
but-
apple than I did maple.
Yeah, there's definitely a fruity tone to it. The finish is nice and sweet though. So
Yeah, I definitely get like a light fruity kind of
yeah,
taste. to
super
it.
super light. Yeah, not 116 does not
Yeah.
not what it's drinking closer
No.
to like 90.
Yeah.
So this is our Ruby Port.
So we took a Ruby Port wine barrel, chopped it up like our French oak pieces, and then dropped it in the barrel.
Okay. So they're finished, but they're pretty light finish. Because I mean, usually they just like, all right, for 12 months,
put it in
here's the
one barrel.
entire
Right.
barrel. So their finishes.
It's
are
great
more
that you
up
go through.
your
I think you
alley.
said it before. Your tasters go through. Your master seller goes through
Every
and
week.
tastes every week.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's,
A lot of
that's-
times they're just like, all right, I'll see you in 12 months.
right. You got to stay on top of it.
There's nobody else that drops the different woods in the barrels like that.
I think it was like a very old method, and then people started doing like the full stave pieces.
You gotta try that.
And as far as I know, I don't know any other.
You have to
roasters
try
that
that.
do it this
Now,
way.
I haven't heard anybody.
Yeah.
That grapey port comes through. Raisin.
It doesn't give you the typical finish you'd get on a port wine finish.
I get a lot of oak on that.
There's a lot of oak. There's an underlying
I don't
level
get
of
any
sweetness
proof. I don't
that's
get
in
the
there.
proof anywhere.
Give that a go.
No, it wasn't from that. It was just
Sure, it was.
no, it wasn't because you didn't leave me much.
No,
But
it does not taste like a full ruby port
no,
finish.
no, it
A lot
doesn't.
of port finishes are like, hey,
There's-
here's wine. and
There's
it's
a
all
lot
in
of
your
oak that
face.
comes through on that one.
Mhm.
I don't get a lot of sweetness on the where I would normally expect it on the front of the tongue.
Just on the finish.
Yep. Most of what I get comes on the back of the palate.
It's really good. That one's fantastic.
Which one did you like between the two?
The ruby so far. The apple was nice, but I like the ruby a little more. Because a lot of times finishes are like, hey, here's basically red wine mixed with bourbon.
Definitely.
So this is more like, here's a hint of it. You get a little bit of that sweetness, but you get all the bourbon flavor you're expecting.
Yeah.
So
And that one's got some more air on it, so it's going to have a bit of a different.
And this one we sourced and we finished it ourselves, so it's a different mash bill than all the other ones that we
Okay.
tried and everything.
gotcha.
And for me, it's very different than our bottle.
Mhm.
I kind of get 3 finishes on it. So the first finish, I get like a woody oaky taste. Then it goes to more of like an earthy tone, and then it finishes with that cinnamon from the Amberana.
Yeah, there's definitely like a fresh tilled soil hint on the nose to it.
And this
Oh
one's
yeah.
proof at
Wow.
170.
Hold on. There's something.
Well, it's Amberana, so it'll be
Yeah, but there's something else there.
yeah. It's almost like you're in a cornfield. You're walking through the cornfield. It's taking its time with this one.
There's a pine note that comes through on it for me.
Pine.
Mhm.
I'm not getting so much pine. There's a very nice like freshness.
It's a
like
freshness, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Try that. If there's an Amberana finish that exists that you will like, it's that.
Yeah. As soon as you said Scotch and cigar, I thought of this one for you.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
I don't
more
get,
traditional bourbon. That's
Yes.
just a touch of the finish
well,
on it
it's
there.
that 10-year
Yes.
comes through on it,
Nice oakiness.
and I get a bit of the cinnamon,
just enough though.
and then I get pine nut
Yeah.
on the palate.
You like that one?
I like that one. Yeah.
If you had to give that one a rating, we do a schoolhouse grading like A through F.
I'd say B minus.
I'm giving that a B plus. I like that a lot. That's a thumbs up.
Yeah. Yep.
That's good.
Yeah, I give
That's
that one.
good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
And so those are here available or not?
Yeah, they're for sale. They're $300 a month. And then
Oof.
the white labels are $100.
Okay.
And then out of our core 4, the blue label 60, our 3 finishes or something.
Okay. If that was $150 cheaper, I would be walking away with that for sure. It's a little steep for me. I'll definitely get the base Amberana, and I think I like the base bourbon too.
You can
happy I
keep
bought-
those. You can keep those at your house.
Hey, you said you liked the base bourbon.
Oh yeah, the base bourbon. Yeah.
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 You glad we came?
I am glad we came.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen,
I'm trying to push him out of his comfort zone a little bit.
I've got the old stuff.
A
Been
lot
doing this
of
for a
the
long
old
time.
stuff.
Yeah.
So
And if you're ever out at liquor stores and you see a white label, there'll be our different like experimental finishes.
Okay.
And then the private select single barrel, they'll be like the Kroger pick or the different companies that come in and do like the
Okay.
barrel select.
all right, great.
And I believe in the liquor barn we have a 7-year of the Kentucky Straight that you try
Oh.
too, and
Oh.
that one's really good. I wish I had it in here.
Yeah.
for y'all to try
Okay,
it.
we're gonna hit some liquor barns.
Yes, we
then.
are.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. This is great. I'm really glad we booked
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
Very good.
fantastic stuff. Yeah. RD1, if you see it in your market, buy it. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. French oaked is not up our alley, but that's the best French oaked I think I've had.
I'm only had 2.
I've had 2.
The Limousin rye was
It's a rye though. That's a different category.
Oh,
Rye
okay.
and bourbon, you got to separate those.
It was
They're
10
different.
years old. It was,
Yeah. That's good stuff.
yeah,
That's good stuff.
it was good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You got it.